Black Krims are large, blossomed, and fruited heirloom tomatoes. Wonderfully acidic. So what do I hate about Black Krim tomatoes? What makes them great also makes them prone to catfacing, which is abnormal, misshapen tomatoes with scars and/or cavities. This can develop for a few reasons, and I believe my Black Krim tomatoes were affected by cold temps and lots of rainfall. The tomatoes are supposed to look like cat faces, but to me, I see hearts. I'll show you some examples, harvests, and all the varieties of tomatoes I grew this year, just for fun. It was a mega tomato year. But first, this is one of the things that I hate about Black Krim, that they get so deformed looking. I mean, look, this has now split from me trying to get this picked. It's trying to split this, which is also going to affect this tomato down here. So I need to go in the house and I need to cut this now, and you can see the wetness right there around that one because it was encapsulating that stem. These over here, so when they're more size appropriate, they seem to have a better separation. This whole row right here is Black Krim. There's already a full video on this. Here are the Thorburn Terracotta and the Prairie Fire. Full videos on all of this back here. This side looks really good. It kind of looks like it's shaped like a heart. However, this was so attached to the stem, I really damaged this one trying to get it picked by my hand, and then I damaged this part with the scissors. This was so low growing, I felt like I was really pushing it for a raccoon or a groundhog not to get this. So this is one of the things that I really do not like about Black Krim. I had done a video before about giant Belgiums, what I don't like about them. And I have some giant Belgiums over here, and none of them are doing that this year. Back in the house, I've kind of cut this up. You can see how the top is here. And I did go ahead and I grabbed some of the seeds out of the shoulder so that I can save some more of these seeds. I'm completely out. This is an heirloom. In some catalogs, it'll say Russian. In other catalogs, it'll say Ukrainian heirloom. Anyway, I have a full tomato seed saving video on the channel. This is of no use to us anymore. It's very hard. There's nothing we're going to be able to salvage out of that. So that's going to go into the composting area. You can see that this was just all one tomato. This split as I started to cut it open as well. If you take that out, that's not of any use to us either. And I've already grabbed a few of these seeds out of there. Let me see if I can't flip this over. Okay, now you can see that we have one continuous veining at the bottom, and we do have some of those crater and cavities in here as well. That is not insect infestation. I've already halved a BLT and halved a chicken patty. I'm just gonna come in here and I'm going to get about maybe 2 slices on each side. Therefore, that should go ahead and take care of not everything slipping and sliding on the sandwich. Here I have cut out the bottom of it, and you can see these little craters in here. And you do have to watch that because it's awfully dry right there. So as you're digging that out, it's creating a very uneven tomato for you, even when you're already trying to adjust for the fact that it's misshapen. So, I mean, look at this. So this is one of the things I definitely hate about black krims. Really, at this point, maybe I should just hack this up and put this in a salad, but this is all the lettuce that I have left. Ideally, that's what you would probably want to do with a situation like this, or some salsa or whatever else. If you just want to eat it plain and salted, they are so flipping good, you guys. So just a minor inconvenience to a fantastic tasting heirloom tomato. Intense flavor with this one. So this is the best that I could do here. Some of this green right here still hard. I got to cut around this. I'm going to see if I can salvage any more of what's in the bowl. This looks like a nice piece, so I'll salt that and eat that up. All right, finished product. Here's our half and half BLT and a chicken patty. Got some more compost I can bury outside. And I collected some more black krim seeds. August 21st today, and here are all of the black krims. So I had to do a big harvest, number one, because they were ripe, and number two, the groundhogs or a raccoon was finding my tomatoes finally. But I do want you to see, here we've got more cratering, more dimpling, more dimpling. And this one isn't too bad. I could get a nice flat slice off the bottom of this. This is also fine. You can see we've got another kind of like a heart-shaped black krim. But yep, this is what I was telling you. All of this little dimpling and cutting this out. This is going to be another difficult one, but a delicious one. Got a little cracking on the shoulders as well. More cracking on the shoulders. This one's pretty beautiful. Now, if we look right here, these look bright red, which is not normally what they look like. They have kind of this smoky kind of green color here. Okay, so this is a new one. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this black krim up. Okay, this is how it came off. I could not even get the scissors in there to cut it off because here's another tomato starting. Here is my August 31st black krim harvest. And we just started with what I don't like about it, but look at what I do love about the black krim. There is an abundance of these classified green top tomatoes. Again, I don't like this. It reminds me of a Big Zack that has this shape, and that's one of the reasons I've never tried that tomato, even though they can get up to 5 pounds. Yeah, I have to have nice big sandwich and BLT and hamburger slices. You can also see some bubbling right here. Has a real accordion look on this one. I don't really care for that, but look at how much more there is. So there's way more loves than there are hate here. And that is what I would like to see overall in the world. So Seeds and Such is where I got this from. And this was in 3 different spots. Looking out the kitchen window, yes, I have 3 spots. There's more than one plant in those spots. So now let's just take a little bit of tour of everything else that I harvested on August 31st and September 1st. So here are the black krim's neighbor, which was the Thorburn terracotta. Very good. And the Prairie Fire, also fantastic. I will go through and make sure nothing has mold on these, and then I'm gonna freeze these ones up. All of the 3 that I already told you about, I already have full and complete videos on the channel. This is Pink Delicious. I have no packet for this. I got this at a farmer's market. Excellent. I have no real packet for these Sweet 100s. I got these at the greenhouse. This year I am showcasing, let's say, this Chef's Choice orange tomato, and I have quite an abundance of these. We're also going to look at the giant Belgiums, which are right here. And also this indigo cherry drop. Oh, I did a few little short videos on this, but I want to do a full video. This will also have a full video on her as well. These two are going to have to be for next year, including this Patio Choice Yellow Hybrid. And I am going to start this year by showing you how to save hybrid seeds my way. So you can see that the Black Krim bucket is the tallest. I believe I got the most from the Black Krims. I did have 3 plants of those and 2 each of the Prairie Fire and the Thorburn. But I do want to play some video for you now of all of the tomatoes that I grew this season so that you can kind of see the size. I open them up, you can see the interior, the exterior. See if there's something in there you might like to try. So let's do some scale here. These are Sweet 100s, Patio Choice Yellow Hybrid, Indigo Cherry Drops, Prairie Fire, Chef's Choice Orange Hybrid, and Giant Belgiums. Look at those. Aren't those great? I'm going to have myself a nice plate of salty tomatoes now. Same tomatoes, just cut up. These 2 rows are up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side. Look at how gorgeous and juicy these look. Aren't they beautiful? They taste just as good, you guys. Every single one of these I have already grown before and have enjoyed before. Typically, if I don't enjoy it, I am not going to regrow it. Same tomatoes, cut up and down, side to side, side to side, side to side, up and down, up and down. Let's have a little bit of a closer look here. Remember, these are the Prairie Fire. This is the Chef's Choice Orange. And this is the Giant Belgium. Thorburn Terracotta, Black Krim, Pink Delicious. These are cut up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side. Now let's kind of scale back here so you can see the scale. This is definitely a medium sized tomato. Normally these Black Krims are just about as big as these Pink Delicious are here. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely hungry now. Thank you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.